Hi, it's Danielle. So today's session is going to be a fine motor session linked with art. Okay, so I've called it Art at Home. So I've tried to think of different things that you might have in your kitchen cupboards or somewhere in your house that you could use so that you don't have to go out shopping, because obviously I know we can't get out as easy at the minute, can we? So today what you're going to need is a tin of beans and some shaving foam. Okay, and then if you want to gather anything else, like some spoons or cups or anything like that you might think might come in handy, go ahead. But first of all, we're going to say hello. So are we ready? Hello, hello. Can you clap your hands? Hello, hello. Can you clap your hands? Can you stretch up high, stretch up? Can you stretch down low? Can you wave your hands to say hello? Hello, hello, hello. Can you bang your drum? Hello, hello. Can you bang your drum? Can you bang it fast? Can you bang it slow? Can you bang it loud to say hello? Hello, hello, hello. Can you shake your bell? Hello, hello. Can you shake your bell? Can you shake them fast? Can you shake them slow? Can you shake them loud to say hello? Hello, hello, hello to everyone. Hello, hello. Let's have some fun. So, well done. Now we've said hello to everybody. I think it's time that we're going to get a little bit messy. So I'll let you go and gather all the things that you might need. And we'll see you soon. Right, so what we need to do first, before we get really messy, sorry in advance parents, but it's good fun. We need to warm up our fingers. So normally where we'd warm our whole body up, because today we're going to be doing a fine motor art activity, we're just going to warm up our fingers. Okay, you can have a little boogie in the middle as well if you want, but the idea is that we're moving our fingers and just getting them ready to do some work. So follow along if you can, and try and keep up, and I'll try and talk us through it as well. So let's get boogieing. There we go. Remember, we're concentrating on our hands, so give it a wiggle if you want.
One from the left.
One from the left.
And one from the right.
One from the right.
Met in the middle and danced all night.
Here comes the dance, moving forward.
They made up a dance called the whoop-de-doo.
Whoop-de-woo. Wiggle around in a circle if you can.
Then they waved goodbye.
Bye-bye.
And walked away.
Walk away.
Those two.
Give them a shake.
Two from the left.
Two this time.
And two from the right.
Two.
Met in the middle and danced all night.
Make them dance.
They made up a dance called Snips Galore.
Snips galore, like scissors. Snip, snip.
Then they waved goodbye.
Wave bye.
And walked away.
Walk away.
Those four.
Give them a shake. We're gonna have three this
Three
time.
from the left.
Three.
And three from the right. Met in the middle and danced all night.
Mirror dance.
They made up a dance called the finger mix.
Push them together if you can.
Then they waved goodbye.
Wave bye-bye.
And walked away. Those six.
Give them a shake.
Four from the left.
Four.
And four from the right. Met in the middle and danced all night. They made up a dance called Bendin' Straight.
Straight. Straight.
Then they waved goodbye.
Bye-bye.
And walked away.
Wiggle them away.
Those eight.
Give them a shake. Ready. Five this time.
Five from the left. And five from the right. Met in the middle and danced all night.
Wiggle them around.
They made up a dance called Clap and Clap and Clap and Clap again.
Clap.
Then they waved goodbye and walked away. all 10.
Well done. So give them a shake. Shake them out. So now your fingers should be super and warm and ready to do some arty craft fine motor activity. Right, so like I said, today's session is around the house, art-based fine motor. So we're going to start off with a tin of baked beans. So while you're opening your baked beans, I'm going to play us a little song just while we get it open, and I want you to pour them out either on a tray, just onto the table, or anywhere that you want basically at home. So I'll leave that up to you. So while we pour it out,
Bean, 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 beans, 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 beans.
really careful because it's sharp, won't it? Are you ready? Gonna get busy. Well, you can use some of them, or you can use all of them. So, with your beans, you can use either a spoon or fork, or you could get some cups. You could fill the cups. You could scrape the fork through it, see if you could pick them up one at a time. Try and stab them on the fork. Scoop them up and place them in the cup. We're going to do lots of different things. So, first of all, basically I want you to just get your hands in there and to move them all around, feel the beans, and just explore them in your own way, just for 1 or 2 minutes. So I'm going to play the bean song again, and then, like I say, just for a minute, and then we're going to do a few little tasks to see if you can do them, okay?
Bean, bean,
bean, bean, beans,
beans, beans, beans, beans,
make some pictures with them.
Bean, 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 bean,
Feel them between your fingers.
bean, 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 beans,
Squish them if you want.
bean, beans, bean, 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 beans, bean, 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 beans,
Well done. So now we're going to do a few little tasks. Now you've got to feel them and move them around under your fingers. So now I want you to just do me some nice up and down movements in your beans. Okay, we're going up and we're going down. You can, if you want, you can use one finger and go up and down. You could use 2, or you could use all 5. Get them all in there. You can use your whole hand to move them up and to bring them down. Just want some nice up and down movements. How are we doing that? How are you getting on? Ready? So next one, you can guess what's coming. We're going to go side to side, left to right, side to side, moving those beans around. Move them side to side. Well done. So now bring your beans back. Some of them might have run away by now. So I want to see if you could pick me one bean up. Can you pick one bean up in your hand? And you could maybe put it in the cup. Okay, see if you could pick them up one at a time. And see if you can put them into the cup. One bean at a time. Okay, so it's just that fine motor, pincer skills, picking them up, moving them round, putting them in. Okay. Next one, going back to drawing. Like I said, it was art. So I want you to see if you can do me some nice big circles. So you could draw circles in the bean juice if you wanted. Or you could try and make your beans go into a circle shape. Like I say, circle shape with your beans or circles in the bean juice. So next one I would like a triangle. See if you can make a triangle with your beans. Ta-da! So triangle with your beans, or you could draw triangles in the bean juice. We'll do one more shape. Ooh, do I make it hard or do I make it easy? Do you think you could make a rectangle? Okay, see if you can make a rectangle. So it needs those two long sides. And it needs those two short sides. Try and move them round into that rectangle shape. Ta-da! And then, like I said, bean juice. Rectangle in the bean juice just to check that your shape is right. Well done. So, squeeze them all back together again. Mush them together. There we go. So, do you think you could do the letter of your name? What letter does your name start with? So if I was to do mine, mine would be a D. D for Danielle. So I'm going to do a D. So you do the letter your name starts with. So again, you could do it with the beans. And then you can draw around it to double check in your bean juice. So I've done a D. How's your letter looking? Is it looking good? Right, next we're going to do, I think you could get a fork. Okay, and you could either scoop to put them in your cup, or you could try and get a few at a time and stab them on the end. Okay, then you could pop them off. Or if a fork's a little bit too hard, we could use a spoon. So you could spoon them up. So you decide which one you would like, and then when you're ready, we are going to do 10 spoons of beans. You ready? If you'd rather just use your hands, you can use your hands as well. Are you ready? We're going to count together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 spoons of beans are in Danielle's cup now. So, hopefully you managed to do 10. If you want to write your numbers in it, you could write the numbers in the bean juice. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Or you could move those fingers around for the 10 seconds that's being counted. Okay, so we could do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, they're both counting to 10. So there's lots and lots and lots of things you could do with your beans. You could keep doing all those activities, moving them around. You could squeeze them. But for now, I'm going to move my cup of beans and I'm going to try and scrape them all up to the top corner. Try and get it all out the way. If you want, you can get a cloth. But I don't think there's much point in the cloth. Try and get all that bean juice off if you can. Because next we're going to move on to the shaving foam. So now I want you to get your shaving foam. And I want you to get it all out onto the table as much as you want to explore. And then, you know what's coming, do you? Get your hands in it. You get your hands in that shaving foam, so that is a completely different feel and a different smell. Okay, the smell of your shaving foam should be taking over now from the smell of the beans. I just want you to explore that shaving foam. Squeezing it between your fingers. Moving your hands around. Explore your fingers with it. So now we're going to do the same again. I want you to do some up and down movements for me, some vertical movements, up, stretching your arms right to the top, and then bringing them back down in your shaving foam. Up to the top, and back down. Up and down. Like I say, you can use one finger if you want. I can't see one finger at the minute. But if you want to use one finger, you could go up and down, up and down. Next, we're going to go horizontally. We're going to go side to side, stretching your arms side to side. Doing some nice horizontal movements, side to side if you want. You could be really clever, you could try and crisscross them at different times. Side to side. Okay, now we're going to combine the two and do zigzags. Zigzags or wavy lines. We could go up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. You could do a nice wave. Use both hands, get them both working the same. You can do it at the same time. Up, down, up, down. So, mix them all together. What shall we do next? So I think we should draw a house. So in the beans we made lots of different shapes, didn't we? So now I think we should combine all those shapes together and see if you could draw me a picture of a house. I'm going to use all those skills that we just did. So we're going to start off with a square. We're going to go up and then across, and down and back across. And then it might have a triangle roof. So we did the triangle, didn't we? With the beans, up to a point, and then back down. And then we might have a rectangle door, where it goes up, across, down, and back across. You might have a little circle for your handle. Okay, what shape windows should we have? Do you think we should have square or circle? Or you could have both, or you could have star, you could have any shape windows you want. So you put your shape windows on your house. I'm going to go for square windows. And then we need a big sunshine in the sky, I think. So do a nice big circle in the sky. Right. So then you should have had your picture of your house. And if you're smudging away, it's now gone. So shall we draw another picture? What picture should we draw? Or should we write our name? Maybe we should write our name. You ready? So I'm going to write Danielle. So now it's time for you to write your name. So we can write our name in the shaving foam. In the shaving foam, in the shaving foam. Write your name in the shaving foam. Danielle. Mine says Danielle because my name is Danielle. So yours will say your name. So now we got messy with our beans. We got messy with the shaving foam. It's coming. We're going to mix them both together and see what happens. So now I want you to drag your bees, stretch up, get them from that top corner and bring them right back down and in. You can empty them back out of the cup. And I want you to mix and explore them all together and see what happens. So by this point you're going to be really, really messy. So the colour of the beans has changed. Now you're getting a smell of the beans and the shaving foam together. I think they've gone a little bit sloppier. Do you? What do you think? Can you hear that splat sound? Splat. Can you make it splat? See if you can make it splat at home. So I want you to just feel those beans. See if you can cover your hand with them. Cover one hand and then wiggle those fingers, because you'll feel a little bit of suction from the shaving foam and you'll feel all those beans between your fingers, so it just makes wiggling your fingers a little bit harder, which means they have to work a little bit harder, which means they're going to get stronger. Okay, so let's do the same with the other one. Cover the other hand and wiggle until you get those beans off your hand. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Like I say, you'll feel the suction again, because everything's combining together and you'll feel the beads between your fingers. So give them a squeeze. So now, what we're going to do, you can keep playing if you like at this point and exploring and drawing more pictures. But for now, we're going to count again, and I'm going to count them into my cup. Okay, I'm going to use my hands. Go. 1, 2, 3. Oh, my cup's full. Let's get an empty one. I'll use an empty cup and see if we can fill this one as well. 4. 5. 6. So because my hands are bigger than the spoon, I used 5 big handfuls to fill 2 cups. My 2 cups were both empty before and now they're both full. So now you should have all your beans in those cups, or out of the way, or in a pot or in a pan. You could mix them. You can carry on playing in the shaving foam and bean juice if you're enjoying it. So that's just a little introduction of a fine motor activity that you could do with some beans and shaving foam that you could potentially have upstairs in your kitchen or in your kitchen now. And it's just an excuse to explore those senses, so it's a bit of a sensory activity. You could use it more for writing more letters in. Okay, you could do more number work, shapes, patterns, exploring full, empty, counting how many spoons or forks or handfuls you need to put in. Lots and lots and lots can be done with just a tin of, you don't have to use both. You could just use the shaving foam or just use the tin of beans. Okay, so it's just to give you a nice idea of different things that you could do. So I hope you enjoyed that activity. Give it a go. It is going to get messy, but it doesn't matter. Things can get washed afterwards and wiped down. So hopefully you enjoyed that. All that's left to do is to say bye, and I should see you again soon. Bye! With a very messy hand.